What's up, guys? So, one thing that I was thinking about earlier as I was listening to the book, The Compound Effect, is because I made a video speaking on planting seeds. And when I talk about planting seeds, my mind always goes to, you know, things like that I'm putting out there that can grow over time, that other people can see along the way. So, that may be things like, oh, I'll put out a video here, or put out a video a day, a couple videos a day, or put out a blog post, or even put something towards a book, something that people can't see today, but I can see the results of my efforts right away. All right, I put in effort to write. I have something that's going to go into a book. But one thing that I didn't consider, that I didn't talk about, that they do talk about in the Compound Effect, a book that I think you all should read, is very comforting to me, is the things where you that doesn't necessarily show instant results. Things that give you results over time. Okay? So yeah, going running for a week may not show much result as far as what you look like in the mirror, but but you can start to form a habit. Then over time, also with some other habits like cutting down calories, even 100 calories per day, something like that, then you start to get the results. It's the bamboo effect. You water bamboo for 4 years or something like that. It doesn't even come up, doesn't even make it above the ground. Before you know it, boom, it comes up. Then within 2 weeks, it grows how many feet? I mean, a lot. I mean, I don't want to give you inaccuracies, but it grows pretty goddamn high. All right, by the tens, and I'm talking about feet. It grows relatively fast. But had you stopped watering and you gave up, had you given up after 3 years or so, you wouldn't have seen any of the effects of it. And that's an important thing about planting seeds. And it was very reassuring uh, to to read that book. I got it in audio form. I have it. I have the text as well, but I was listening to it in audio form. And I talked about this earlier in the week when I mentioned the power of 10 minutes, and how 10 minutes of doing an activity is better than doing nothing. But this really helped me map out how I want to go about my day, because I am a jack of all trades, and because I would try to put so much time into one thing, I would miss out on other things. I wouldn't get around to doing those things that I missed out on. And often the things that I missed out on are probably the more important things. So I was completely off. But it really helped me with my confidence as far as, okay, look, well, seeing as doing something is better than nothing, I don't have a reason to miss out on doing something, you know, just because I don't have an hour to spare. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm done making this video, I have a list of other things that I can do to keep the compound effect going. So I want to do a little bit more reading, and when I say a little bit more, it could be about 10 pages, it could be about 20 pages. But it's what I decided to do. It's my choice. Over time, it's those little choices that I will benefit from the most. So I'll do that. And then I'll practice taekwondo for a little bit, in no particular order, by the way. I'll do some taekwondo. I'll do some writing. I do all of these things that, by itself wouldn't even seem like much. Oh, wow, 10 minutes of writing. But 10 minutes of writing over the course of 7 days, that's an hour and 10 minutes of writing, as opposed to, it could be zero. It could be nothing. All right. That doesn't mean that I won't go over 10 minutes tonight. It doesn't mean that I won't, up the threshold or the minimum requirements of what I expect out of myself. But it's always better than zero. All right. So now I said 10 minutes worth of writing. And by the way, when I say 10 minutes worth of writing, don't think I'm sitting in front of a laptop, clack, 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 clack. I'm doing dictation. All right. If I'm really hitting it, I could get at least 200 words in 10 minutes. Now, 200 words a day for, let's see, for 5 days, what's that? That's 1,000. Now, I don't even know what the math would be telling me if I did it over the course of a year. It'd be about 70,000 words. Is that right? Something like that. Something high. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the compound effect. 200 words today, that's nothing. Now, over the course of a year, now you got a novel. All right? And my books are never that big. I don't know if they ever will be that big. I don't really see the point, in this day and age. But all the little effort adds up. All right, that's one thing that I would just want to keep reiterating to anybody listening and to myself, man. This is what's going to have you leaps and bounds ahead of people who don't even try. Think about it. Anything that you practice every day over the course of 2 years, even if it's 10 minutes or so, you can be wrapping circles around people who don't even try, who don't even show up for whatever reason. The mountain looks too big, or they say they don't have enough time. You be wrapping circles around them. You know, I kind of, I don't like to pick on people these days because I mean life is hard. But the more I work out from home, the more I get a kick out of people who won't work out at all because they can't get to the gym. Meanwhile, I'm making progress. Look, I've gained 10 pounds since I left the hospital. All right, when I was in the hospital, they weighed me. I was 128. My goal is to be at 160. And by the way, this was about a month ago since I got out. All right, so a little over a month, I gained almost 10 pounds, 9 pounds. I weigh the most I've ever weighed, and my goal is to get to 160 pounds. And I've been working out a lot. I've been just eating more. I've been sober. So, and this is something that's just compounding over time. I mean, it's happening pretty fast. I would not be surprised because I'm getting really close to my goal. I want to get to 160, so I have 22 pounds to go. I want to gain 22 pounds by the end of the year, and it's not going to happen all in one day. All right, just eat a little bit more each day. Work out throughout the day if I can't, go a full session. Sometimes push it towards the end of the day, but be consistent. Work them muscles out and keep feeding it that protein, man. Whatever I gotta do, and just remain a student. But as long as you can keep putting an X on the calendar beside each task, whatever, then over time, things will get better. All right? And I will put that up against anybody who chooses to do nothing any day. What's up?